Good morning, it's the 24th of October 2024. My name is Stephen Ryan from Life Sciences Real Estate. I'm here in London at the offices of Hogan Lovells to launch our new report on data security and cybersecurity in life sciences buildings. Cybersecurity is viewed as a massively serious threat to healthcare, to the life sciences sector, and everywhere. Recently, we have seen that the cost of breaches has increased significantly. The World Economic Forum ranks cybersecurity as the fourth most dangerous risk facing society right now in 2024. We have looked at different types of life sciences building, be it R&D labs, production facilities, warehouses, or the point of care. And in each type of life sciences building, data security and cybersecurity risks abound. We have come up in our white paper with some 8 guidelines on how to contain this risk, but we strongly suggest that you download the white paper and read it for yourselves. Thank you.
I am Paul Cashmore, co-founder and CEO of Solus Global Cyber, a digital incident response company that provides specialist expert help when the unthinkable happens. We provide proactive 24/7 SOC security managed services. Am I surprised by the findings of the white paper? No. In the modern threat landscape, new cyber risks emerge every day. The white paper articulates the need for a comprehensive cyber and data security strategy that covers people, process, and technology. The white paper goes on to highlight how devastating a cyber attack can be. As an NCSC assured incident response company, we have managed 102 business recoveries in the last year. Not all of those companies survived. I echo the need for a cybersecurity audit, but it must be independent and it must cover all threat vectors. The Solus Complementary Risk Assessment focuses on what you need to survive a persistent targeted attack. In general terms of awareness and readiness to cope with data and security threats, everyone is aware of the threat. However, high-profile incidents are reported every day in the news. Most organisations have no awareness of a typical modern ransomware. The threat actors will evade your security defences, actively destroy your backups, steal all your sensitive data, and then encrypt your data, crippling your business. Recovering your IT and IT services is only a small part of the business recovery. Sensitive data leaks will appear on the dark web for everyone to see. Be careful what data you keep. Scan your systems for PII data and review your data processes to minimise risk. You must complete an incident response plan. Identify key systems, decision makers. Do you have what you need if all of your data is lost? We see the risks of cyber attacks and data security breaches increasing. We have run a specialist data digital forensics and incident response security team for nearly 10 years. The current pace is unrelenting. It is not only large businesses that are at risk, every business, every size. With the rise of Gen I threat actors, attacks have become much more sophisticated and more personal approach, using social media data and other public available threat intelligence information to personalise and be more authentic.
My name is Robert Fett. I'm a lawyer at Hogan Lovells, an international law firm here in London. I'm a cybersecurity lawyer, so I focus on helping companies to react to cybersecurity incidents, including notifying authorities, as well as other areas of data protection and artificial intelligence. So in terms of the way in which we're seeing the sort of cyber threat landscape increase, it's certainly becoming a lot more sophisticated. I think one of the things which resonated me about in the white paper was actually around the impact of M&A activity. So one of the things I see with some of my clients when they're trying to acquire a company is that the companies that they're acquiring are just not prepared to deal with cybersecurity threats. Maybe they've had a lot of threats and don't fully understand how to react to them, and they're not prepared with a full sort of instant response plan. So in terms of how well companies are prepared, I think a lot of companies in the life sciences and real estate sectors put a lot of emphasis on the GDPR over the last 6 years. And that's helped them to some extent. But now we're seeing other legislation in Europe, such as the NIS2 directive, which is imposing a lot more obligations on companies in terms of the level of incident preparedness, and also it's imposing sort of more obligations on management directly in terms of how they need to be prepared and to prepare the company. So I think in terms of the preparations companies need to do from a legal perspective, I think there are three things. The first is to understand what the threat landscape is for their specific industry. The second would be then to prepare a plan to address that, particularly understanding what their obligations are to notify authorities and how they're actually going to do that, particularly in very short timeframes. And thirdly, to train employees on how to enact that plan.
Hi, I'm John Archer, Solutions Director at Backbone Connect. We help our landlord clients navigate the challenges of fibre connectivity and cybersecurity in commercial real estate, whether that's multi-let corporate offices, business parks or life science facilities. One of the things that I was surprised about in the white paper was the propensity for organisations in the life sciences sector to be involved in M&A and activities, and actually what the collateral effects of that might be on data privacy and security. I mean, it's challenging enough as an organisation on its own without the tasks of IT directors and heads of compliance having to compare notes when organisations come together. So, yeah, I was surprised by that in the white paper. I think awareness is increasing, and sadly, a lot of that's due to the high-profile breaches and the nature and fallout from some of the recent attacks. Anything that involves, for example, the public or impacts the public at scale is always going to raise concerns and make people look inwardly. So I think in terms of preparedness, we're certainly seeing a lot more interest and a lot more approaches taken to counter the potential threats in the projects we're involved with. Yeah, so in the next 5 years, I think data breaches and data theft is going to be partly driven by the scale of cloud computing and leveraging the power and tools available through AI. And bad actors can basically leverage tool sets and execute attacks at scale, which is pretty frightening. And sadly, cybercrime's a very fast-growing global financial industry, and that's fueling it as well.
Yeah, my name's Alison Ring. I'm a director with ACOM. I head up their life science tech sector in the UK and Ireland. There are a number of surprises from the white paper. One would be the significant cost impact that seems to be exponentially growing over the last few years in particular. I think it was 4.88 million cost generally. In 2023. The other significant impact I think that came through from the white paper was around not just the financial impact, but the potential health and danger to society with cybersecurity, and particularly the attacks on hospitals of recent times in London and elsewhere in the world, and the cost and the potential health impact and danger to society that has from something that is actually very fragile in terms of the data infrastructure that's in place at the moment. I believe life science real estate generally is slightly lacking, naive in the position of cybersecurity. Landlords, I think in particular, are probably not fully aware of the threat that provides to occupiers. I believe that they are developing facilities unaware of potentially some benefits that they could give their occupiers by putting resilience into the main shell of the building before occupiers come in, which would help sell that asset as well as being able to provide much cheaper and more cost-effective resilience first off before the occupiers come in and potentially have to retrofit a security infrastructure as a post-delivery solution. I believe some of the major threats will be coming from very organised teams of people that do really want to disrupt the global security. Life sciences is such an important asset or a part of a lot of Western organisations' economies, as well as, in terms of the impact on healthcare globally. Unfortunately, some people out there that would want to really disrupt in very organised cells who are very well protected because they're very good at their confidentiality and systems and means of working because of the tech and the skills that those individuals have. It's a real concern, not just on life sciences in terms of the research and development, but massively as far as the impact on global economy, global healthcare, from organised cells that are very, very smart, but we need to work out a way, not just about the infrastructure, but about how we can use that infrastructure to support the authorities who are trying to curb this significant exponential increase.
Hello, I'm Matthew Hopkinson from Adobe, and today at Hogan Lovells, in partnership with Life Sciences Real Estate and Backbone Connect, we published a white paper on data and cybersecurity in life sciences and commercial real estate in general. I think that one of the key things that came out from the panel discussion today was all around the increasing risks that relate to the cybersecurity and data security environments. With a number of these companies being startups, the resource, knowledge and access to technology is somewhat limited. So the question lies around the responsibility. Is it the investor? Is it the developer of a physical real estate, the landlord, whatever it might be? So that is still sort of moving itself out. The other thing that relates is to the high number of mergers and acquisitions which happen in this sector, and obviously the movement of data amongst different structures, but also around the different territories within Europe or the world that these companies operate in. But I think that what finally became very clear from the discussion is that there are an increasing number of these attacks happening, and whether they're sort of national or international, we're all aware of it through the news, and a number of high sort of profile attacks on the NHS, Transport for London and others. So I think we can be sure that this is an issue which is going to grow, and that be it the government or be it the companies, developers, investors need to have a greater awareness and threat perception to be able to deal with it in order that these companies can survive and thrive, and of course maintain our national integrity of being the forefront of life sciences overall across the whole of the world. So lots to chew on. We will continue to follow this very interesting topic as we go forward over the years and months to come. Thank you.